Hey, it's Sammy and Natalie here, and welcome to the Anxiety Compass, where anxiety isn't the enemy, it's our tour guide. We'll swap stories, share tools, and have a laugh while we find our way back to true north. Come along. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode. Nat, how are you?
I'm really good, Sammy. How are you, my love?
I'm fantastic. We're recording this just before the Easter long weekend, so
We are.
I'm very excited to have a bit of a break and just chill. Hopefully the weather's
Yes.
nice.
And you're
Uh,
having a really lovely break.
yeah,
What are
well,
you
I'm about
doing?
to go on a cruise soon with my
Ooh,
family and head up
nice.
to the Whit Sundays and soak up
Oh,
all the
lovely.
rays. And it's just beautiful. We live in such a
Oh,
beautiful country in Australia here. And for all
we
our overseas
do.
listeners, it's definitely worth a visit to come down and check everything out. I'm
We are very lucky.
turning it into a travel podcast. Anyway,
Yes.
now if you're one of our newer listeners and you haven't gone back to the start, I encourage you to go back and listen to the different points of the compass that we talked about and what the anxiety compass actually is. It is such a challenging world to live in and navigate. With our compass, the constant cravings that we get, the constant tiredness that we have, and the constant feelings of on edge, and those things out there that tamper with our compass that are causing these feelings. Do you
Yeah.
find there's a lot of people out there that are telling you how tired they are, or that they got such
Constantly.
big cravings? And
Yep.
yeah, it's
And they all
it's
come together. The more, they got the cravings, they got the tiredness, they crave the sugar to try and overcome the tiredness and this, the 3 p.m. slump. They've got the
yeah.
brain fog. They're overwhelmed. They don't know what to do.
Yeah, I find a lot of them they kind of know what to do. It's the feeling of why do I do what I do when I know what I know, and quite often
Mm.
they know it's the chocolate and the sugar and the
Yeah, but they
constant
don't know what to
need
do
for
about it.
caffeine.
It's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
and it's
I know I
like
need to cut out sugar, but how?
yeah,
It,
and it's the feeling of why is it so hard? And there's a reason that these hidden forces that are messing with us, and they're the billion-dollar companies that know how to mess with your compass. And
yeah.
unfortunately, they're winning in a lot of the cases. A lot of people will
Yes.
just go and get a meal plan and try and stick to it, and it is hard. You've got
Or these days, use AI and go and
absolutely,
ask, one of the platforms to go and write them a diet plan or something.
yeah, yeah.
But you don't know
It's
how to implement it or how to
Yeah.
stick with
I
it.
find I like to use the word hijacking. It's the
Mm.
anxiety compass is a guide for you and to listen to your body and follow that. But what happens when your environment keeps pulling you off track? And it does. The world is created to distract you. It is created to give you cravings and to feel tired. And
Mm.
I'm calling them out. I'm calling them all out.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. Yep. So let's have a look at some of the things that are hijacking that wonderful anxiety compass that we have inside us. The biggest one is the ultra processed foods. Now, don't get me wrong, I've experienced orthorexia in my life. I have a great relationship with food. And I've actually spoken to a lot of people who they're very big on intuitive eating. But I
Mm.
also find it is extremely hard to do intuitive eating when food, I've got my inverted commas here, food is engineered by scientists
Yeah.
you to crave and the way
Yeah,
that they market it.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
they're not
And so
just
there you got that
saying,
noise, that food noise. You can't.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is engineered for you to crave. And we've created such a lifestyle that we eat fast, convenient food.
Yep.
This food is not actually food, is it? Like, I
Oh,
don't think it's
it's
food.
not food. No,
Yeah.
it's Frankenfood.
Frankenfood. And I've seen a few intuitive influences and that with food, and they're big on just, the body will know, just let them, kids have this, let them do whatever. And why I
Mm.
agree with that to some degree, a lot of the foods that we're putting on the
The
plate
flake.
aren't food. So how can you eat intuitively and listen to what your body needs and what your body wants when you're putting a man-made engineered product in your child or in your body to
Exactly.
block all of that
Yeah.
sensitivity?
Absolutely.
Um,
You've got to retrain, and this is how I work, retrain the taste buds
mm,
to start with. So it's got to be really intentional and specific. Then once you've done that, then you can, yeah, move
yeah.
more into intuitive eating, listening to your body, but you've got to quieten that noise and shut off those cravings to
Yeah,
start with. First of
by
all, yes.
eliminating the ultra
Ultra
processed.
processed frankenfoods.
Yeah. Gosh. And they market them really well. Like even I
Oh,
get bought out sometimes. I'm like, this looks kind of
absolutely.
pretty. Oh, and it's half price. Let's try it. And then you
I
look at
mean,
the
that's why
back
they
and you're like,
spend millions a year
yeah.
on their marketing on, these big companies.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there's the sugar spikes that come with it. So quite often they are laden with glucose syrup, and syrupy sugars that aren't
Mm.
natural to the human body. So
Yeah.
you're going to get those massive crashes and you're going to get stuck in this system that's created. All of a sudden you're going to want more and it just goes around in circles. And the
Yeah.
the end of the when you think about it, the end of the like result that they want is for you to keep buying their product because it's a money making
100%.
machine.
Absolutely.
And
It's,
if you're
it's a big
paying
business.
exactly, if you're paying top scientists, you're going and marketing gurus and psychologists, let's be honest,
Yes.
they tap into
Oh,
the
yeah.
psyche of it. They are going to definitely create something that you're going to want over and over again.
Yeah.
I find a lot of people get addicted to the corn chips that have the cheese sauce, like the cheese
Mm,
flavor. It's the cheese flavoring with the yeast
cheese.
extract and
Yeah.
MSG. There,
Yeah.
they are definitely big ones to draw you in
And
on.
the breakfast cereals are another one for both kids and adults.
It
It's
makes
just
it really hard to stop
well,
eating them,
especially
even
when
when
they
you're
say it's
full.
fortified with folate or calcium and
Yeah.
or
It's that
protein. Protein's the, the
of the
buzzword at the moment.
it is.
Everything's got protein in
Oh
it, you
gosh,
know.
it's hard. But then, you don't want to go too far down the other end where you're obsessed with clean eating. Like it's a fine line between, removing ultra processed food and being afraid to go near anything
Oh,
processed.
absolutely. But I mean, a simple swap out there is
Yeah.
because it's in the same aisle is instead of getting, your ultra, I'm not going to mention actual names or brands, but, your ultra processed cereal, look on the bottom shelf where the rolled oats are.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you can
It's that.
add things in, if you're, if, especially if you're still craving that sugar, having a little drizzle of local organic honey, adding in all
Yes.
your berries and stuff. So then you're getting a good, healthy breakfast. You're setting yourself up for a better morning and a better day.
Mm.
So, it's
And
not
you're
about,
Yeah, and you're not avoiding the sugar. Like you could add just normal
no.
sugar on top. Remember when you were younger and you used to get your porridge and you'd sprinkle sugar on top,
Oh
like
God, yeah.
brown sugar and
Me with
cinnamon?
wheat bix. I
Oh,
used to have like a thick layer of white sugar on top of it.
oh, nice.
Oh, oh,
But this is the thing though, when you use those real sort of foods, like I can make chocolate brownies and all sorts, you're actually not overriding your natural I'm full, I'm done signal that comes
yeah,
out. So you're not going to overeat. Whereas
yes.
I don't know what these other things are. They're designed for
Oh,
you to
it's all
keep
the
eating, eating, and
chemicals.
eating. The
Yes,
more you eat, the more you're going to have to buy, right? It's a
100%.
perfect bliss point that they've created with these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and being the anxiety compass, these things actually trigger that point on the compass that whatever it is, I'm going to say chemical, to give you
Yep,
the low blood sugar and all of a sudden increased anxiety and you're not getting the nutrients in as well. So, um,
exactly.
yeah, I never thought I would do an episode on this, but I really feel like it's just overtaking the world at the moment. There's the caffeine culture.
Yeah.
Like everyone's marketed to drink caffeine, drink coffee. Like my hubby goes to Zarafas a lot and he loves his little thing. It's his little reward. Is it very European thing, coffees? I don't know. I don't drink.
I think originally, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. So there's nothing
But
wrong with having a coffee and catching up, but
no.
like people are having 10 to 20 a day because of the stuff they put in
And
these.
they're starting, they're out, like they're going out for their morning walk. So you haven't eaten yet.
Mm.
And then the trendy thing to do, because I see it here, I saw it a lot when I lived down on the Gold Coast as well, is you'd meet up with your girlfriends after your walk or after you'd been to the gym and
Mm.
sit there and have, your coffee. Hadn't had
Mm.
breakfast yet.
We're talking about regulating in our environment, but
Mm.
the environment is designed to dysregulate you, if you know what I
Yes.
mean.
Yeah,
And
it is.
yeah, and there's also
Everything is crying out for your attention. Everything, you
yeah,
know,
yes,
every in every aspect of life. So
nervous
especially now
system.
because we're online all the time.
Yes. Yeah. Nervous
So
system
everything is
overload.
trying to, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You've got to
We've
break
got that,
away.
yeah,
But it's not like it's even the parties and the celebrations. Like you think about, like we just had Easter for those that are listening, and it's all designed around chocolate and lollies and all sorts. Although I do have some friends, they don't do Easter eggs anymore. They do Easter baskets with, pajamas in them and coloring in books and art and
yeah,
craft.
beautiful.
But like not even just Easter, like birthday parties, it's all around these foods, anything that celebrates, even Valentine's Day, like it's all around the chocolates.
Mm,
It's very fed into the system. You know
focused.
what I
Yeah,
mean? Yeah,
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 absolutely. I mean,
yeah.
talking about Easter eggs, obviously, I work in a crystal shop a couple of days a week, been there for a very long time. And we have egg shaped Easter crystals. And so, last week I did up my
Oh,
display of my Easter eggs, and I'd almost forgotten that Easter was so close. And I
yeah.
had a mum come in beginning of last week, and she said, "Do you have any Easter or egg shaped crystals?" And I was like, yes, because she was buying her children a whole bunch of crystal eggs.
Oh,
Like she wasn't giving
wow.
them chocolate. And
Oh,
so,
that's
yeah, now that we've got the display
beautiful.
on, yeah, we sell a lot of them every year. So it's
Oh, I
just like,
love
yay,
that
buy crystals. So then you've got the beautiful energy of the
as
crystals and you're not
well.
as well.
Oh, I love that. That's a
Yeah.
great thing to
Yeah, it's
do.
lovely.
I mean, years ago when I was a new mum and I was in the thick of orthorexia, I would definitely not do any of the, I would stay away from Halloween. I would stay away from all those things because I was afraid,
Mm,
fearful of those foods. But it's not so much
yes.
to run away from there. Like,
No,
choosing the better option where you can and trying to use your horse blinders when it comes to marketing to get away from all the pretty patterns and the labels that are on things because quite often yeah, the closer to nature, the better it is for an
exactly.
over.
And,
Yeah.
if you do want to have a bit of chocolate, especially at Easter or Christmas, or yeah, choose a good quality.
One that you can.
Quality over
Yeah.
quantity. So instead of gorging on a whole bunch of cheap, nasty chocolates with horrible vegetable oils and gut disruptors in it, and with gums and all those sorts of things, choosing a better quality and having a small piece and being really mindful and intentional in eating that smaller piece.
Yes, exactly, my
Yeah.
friend. Yeah. I think that for me, it's not about I can't eat that because it's bad for me. For me, when I make options now, I know I'm picking things that are real and that my body will, know and understand what's going in there. And I'm not saying I avoid sugar. It's just that if I have real foods going in that have a lot of sugar, my body will tell me this is too much. Slow down. You'll get the feelings and effects rather than just keep eating it
Absolutely.
and keep eating it and then feeling
Yeah.
bleh, like
Yeah.
years later, hours later.
Yeah.
Well, it could be years later for some people. Who knows? Everybody's different. Yeah, I think it's important. Like, I think everybody is aware of these billion-dollar companies and what they're doing. But I think that there's so many of us that are allowing them to win because we don't
Yeah. The
put,
allure is very strong.
yeah, and so many people don't put that value up high enough to
No.
give that time
Yeah.
to
They're
choose.
tired, they're overwhelmed, they're busy. It's easier to just rush into
Yeah,
the
it's cheaper.
supermarket and, well,
Just
sometimes.
sometimes, yeah, yeah.
I mean, you look at, again, going back to cereals, you look how much, I don't know, I haven't bought cereal for decades, but go and compare how much it costs for a box of cereal today,
Mm,
and then go and check how much it costs for a 1 kilo bag or even a 500 gram bag of unstabilized rolled oats. They're about $3 something.
yeah, make a big bowl of creamy pasta. Oh, pasta,
Yeah,
porridge.
porridge,
Or pasta if you
exactly.
really want.
So
Um,
sometimes it's cheaper, but sometimes it's not. And of course, it's false economy as well.
yeah,
Because yeah,
it's
because
just
then you're
stuff that,
eating more of it, even if it's cheaper, you're eating more of it. It's empty calories.
yeah. I'd love to. I think we're going to get an intuitive eater specialist on soon because I've often
Mm.
challenged people on that because, like, some intuitive eaters are like, just let them have anything. They've got to learn. And
Yeah,
it's like, but their mind,
no,
like, I know I keep coming back to that because there's some people probably listening going, but I thought you were like just, be relaxed with food but I don't believe the body can be intuitive enough with things that aren't real. Like
I
it just
agree.
blows my mind.
Absolutely. I mean, if you put, for example, if you put, because our those receptors for sugar are so powerful,
Mm,
right? And if you put, some chocolate or something, even like some melted chocolate or something in front of a toddler and a bowl of broccoli or something, and then you say, let them intuitively eat, they're going to go for the sugar.
mm,
They might eat both, but as soon as they start eating those really powerful those
yeah, the
receptors are
unnatural ones.
firing off, and instantly you're already setting them up for having those addictions.
Yes, the
You know?
fluctuations as well, which impact your
Yeah.
mood, attention, impulsivity. Like
Yes.
these, I would love to get, and I wonder how we would go about this, but get a psychologist who actually works in with some of these companies or has worked
Mm.
in with some to see what goes behind
Mm.
the scenes to really get us to get addicted to these foods because they would be doing so much research into how the human body works and what chemicals trigger those senses in your brain like the
Mm.
dopamine receptors
Yep.
and all those things. It's just such
Yes.
a fascinating subject. I think
It
Jamie
really is.
did something on that a while ago. That'd be interesting. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, we should. We should look into that.
into getting that. Oh wow.
Yeah.
I don't think we should be blaming anyone. Like I'm big on
No.
believing that we should only blame ourselves for our choices. We can
No.
blame society so much, but we're very aware of what's going on in the world. Well, us with our eyes wide open who are slowing down and taking a mindful breath. That
Exactly.
it's not about doing things perfectly. It's not about cutting everything out. It's about seeing the
No.
game because it's become a game, let's be honest. It's a money-making billion-dollar industry
Yep.
and playing it differently.
Yep.
Playing it differently. And if
Yep.
that means rearranging and restructuring your time a little bit to make some more home cooked stuff for your
Yeah.
kids and for you so that you can get back on that intuitive path where your body actually knows what's going inside it. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, because so many people say to me all the time, I don't know what you mean by listen to your body. It's like this because you can't listen to it. It's all over the place because
Exactly.
putting all this weird stuff in, and your compass is being hijacked and you are
Yep.
going all over the place. Like
Yep.
it's essentially what's happening.
Yeah. It
Um,
literally, the dial is just spinning out of control.
yes, and then once you remove those ultra processed things, which is going to be hard, I'll admit it. They are
Yeah.
your brain needs to restructure and retrain with all the chemicals, bringing those small awareness shifts back in,
Mm.
not being on autopilot. So many of us are on autopilot. We just come home and we go straight for the food that brings us comfort, right?
Yep.
Supporting your
Absolutely.
body, being out.
All the
Yeah.
drinks as well.
Yeah. What do
You
you
know,
do in
white
the clinic?
wine.
Like, do you do anything to support them coming off these foods? Because if the
Oh,
cravings are that
absolutely.
strong, have you got anything up your sleeve that you give people who have serious cravings, or do you
Yeah,
like?
yeah,
I'm
I do.
assuming it's a gut health issue as well.
Yeah, so I'm addressing the gut. There are certain supplements that I can give that helps with those actual cravings as
Mm.
well while we're working on it. And of course, it's very, very small incremental steps. So I don't go and try and overhaul. So if someone comes into me, and this is not uncommon, they'll be drinking 8 to 10 cans of Coke a day, plus their
Mm.
diet is. So I will ask them to, can you just reduce your consumption to like take out 1 can a day? So
Mm.
sometimes I go that slowly. I
Yeah.
had one beautiful patient years ago, and she was obviously ready for change, and she actually was on drinking 8 or 9 cans of Coke a day. And I asked her, okay, can you cut out 1 can a week? And I saw her every second week. And when I saw her the first time, 2 weeks later, I said, how did you go with cutting out that can? And she went, oh, I cut them all out. And I went, what? And she
Wow.
said, well, I figured if I'm going to cut out one, she said, I did it for a day or two. And then I was like, why am I doing this?
Mm.
So it was just, again, bringing that awareness. So, I mean, she was extreme. And that was nearly 4 years ago. She doesn't drink any soft drinks at all now.
Wow.
Like, she cut it out, and
Bet she
she has
feels
found
better.
slowly changing her diet, changing her taste buds. So if she goes now to eat
Mm.
something that she used to eat all the time,
Mm.
she's like, oh, that's disgusting. That is so sweet. Or, or
Unseen.
the oily, you can
Mm.
feel the film of oil in your mouth, like eating chips or something.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I do take it very slowly, and teaching them all the other tools, the mindfulness, taking that breath before you eat, slowing down the eating,
Yeah.
it
It's
all comes into play.
It definitely does. I had severe sugar cravings. Like I was that bad that if I was baking a cake, I'd have to quickly wash the bowl out or I'd lick the everything off the bat. And then by the
Oh,
time
yeah.
the cake was made, I'd feel so sick. So I quickly detergent everything. And I mean, I'm not like that now, but back then
No.
it was to the point where I would just keep going until I made myself sick. Like I would even go through the bin looking for stuff that I had thrown in the bin. Like that is
Oh,
not
wow.
normal. That is an addiction, right? That's
Yeah.
cocaine. Like this is
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Um,
That's crack.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like I had a lot of processed foods at one point when I was, at the other end of orthorexia. I went the other opposite way where I was just letting everything back into the home, which is fine. But then I realized I was getting addicted to certain things, like certain chips and things like that with the
Yeah.
the seasonings on top, and they were
Yeah.
filled with chemicals that were actually making anxious feelings worse. So I had to be aware. But you
Mm.
don't need to escape your environment. You just need to understand how it's
No.
influencing you and be very mindful of the big billion-dollar companies. And
Yeah.
I'm going to throw a reflective question out there. Where might your environment be influencing how you feel more than you've been giving it credit for? And it might not be food. Like we've only just touched on food. There
No.
are so many things out there that are designed to influence you
Yep.
and make money out of you.
Yep.
Like, I'm going to be completely honest. Everybody's selling to you. Who's selling
100%.
to you
All the
and you
time.
don't even know? Like, you don't
Yep.
even know it. And coming back to your anxiety compass and realigning to your true north, we've got to unhijack that. The anxiety compass isn't broken, it's being influenced. You're trying to regulate in an environment designed to dysregulate you. It's not just
Yep.
willpower. Some people have more willpower than others. I think it's exposure and it's a psychological thing too. Um,
Absolutely. And
yeah.
just remembering that you're on a journey. It's
Yeah.
not, and as you said, everyone is different. Stop comparing yourself to everyone else
Yeah. And
around there,
and
around
I
you.
I find a lot of people use the word discipline. I don't like that word very much.
No,
I
no,
don't think we need more discipline. I think we
no,
just need more awareness of what's going on
absolutely.
and to make those choices because the system is built for profit, not to regulate
No,
your
not for
nervous
your
system.
health.
Yes.
They're not looking out, they're not looking after your health.
You
They're,
need to be.
they're, they're just wanting to deplete your pockets.
Yes, we are not what we eat. we are what we absorb, and we need to slow down. And
Yeah.
we absorb a lot of things at the moment, not just food wise.
I was
Let's
just about to say that. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, so yeah, reinforcing that this is not a discipline talk. This is a be aware. Be mindful, be aware.
Be mindful, and as we always say, just be kind to yourself. You know,
Bye.
I think I've said this before. When being mindful is and being aware is the key to it all.
Mm,
And one of my favorite quotes by the Vietnamese monk Thich Nhat Hanh were about mindfulness was, the moment you realize you're not being mindful, you're being mindful. So, which is a
I
really
thought you
lovely
were going to say being
quote.
mindless, but then it makes
No,
sense
no.
because you're being mindful because you're being aware. I have said that
So
to
as soon
people.
as you're being aware, as you're going on this journey and slowly, addressing and changing habits, is
Mm,
the moment that you realize that, oh, I'm eating chips or chocolate again, or, it's not about recrimination and go, oh God, it's like, oh, and thank yourself, thank your body, thank your mind for
mm,
for bringing that awareness. Because the
mm,
more you do that, the easier it will become, because you're becoming more and more aware. So to the point where you don't just automatically grab it off the shelf when you're shopping, or even if it is in the cupboard, you will then slowly start to, oh, hang on, do I really need that?
yeah.
But you don't start there. You don't. It's sometimes that's too hard.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. That's a great saying. Well, did you want to throw anything else in here before we wrap it up?
No, I think we've said it all. As I said, just be kind to yourself.
Yay.
Show yourself
Love that.
compassion as you make changes in your life.
Yes, your body,
You
your
don't get
choice.
cranky. You think about living if you are a parent and watching your child learn how to walk. You didn't get cranky with your child every time it fell over when it
Yeah.
was trying to walk. You would
Don't go.
encourage it and go, oh, yay.
Yeah,
Do that with
almost there.
yourself.
Yeah.
Parent yourself. Love yourself through the changes.
All right, we'll love ya, leave ya, and we'll
Yep.
see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us on the Anxiety Compass. If you loved this episode, share it with a friend who needs a little laugh and a lot of calm. We'll see you in the next one. Keep following your true north. Disclaimer time. Sammy and Natalie may be clinical nutritionists, but we're not your personal doctors. What you hear is for learning and laughing, not diagnosing or prescribing. If things feel bigger than you, call your doctor or local support line, or reach out to a qualified health professional. They've got your back too.